Welcome everyone to the last Yoga Nidra of what I hope is winter 2026 when we resume in April. I certainly hope there is spring in the air. I know we are all seeking it. We're going to start out tonight with tense and release practice. Then we're going to do something that I rarely do in here. We're going to do an experimentation with breath holding. And the only rule is it's a gentle hold of the breath. You shouldn't force anything. It should be a focus more on the natural pause between the inhale and the exhale. And then we're going to do a energetic sensing exercise that will take you to different parts of your system where you may be aware of different sensations. This is a big breathing practice. We're going to do another yogic breath practice. And then for our body meditation, we're going to do it in the context of the space of awareness. And then we're going to do an overall integration before we move into the closing out of tonight's practice. So I invite you to settle into whatever position is most comfortable for you this evening. If you'd like an eye pillow or something like that, please feel free to grab that. And then if you're going to do the tense and release with me, if you have any cardiac, hypertension, or glaucoma issues, please be extra gentle with this practice. The aim is to do everything with a sense of ease. So I invite you to notice the breath. And then as you inhale, make fist and deliberately induce a sense of stiffness and tension in the shoulders, arms, and fist. And as you do this, you might want to tighten, tighten, tighten. And on the exhale, let go, releasing the fingers, feeling a sense of energy moving throughout the arms. And then the next time you inhale, I invite you to deliberately induce a sense of stiffness and tension in the hips, legs, and feet. Tighten, tighten, hold, hold, and then exhale, letting go completely. And once again, observe the flood of energy as it moves through the lower body. On the next inhalation, I invite you to tighten and tense the entire body as you inhale. Arms, hands, shoulders, feet, legs, face, buttocks. Tighten, tighten, hold, hold, and exhale, releasing and relaxing. On the next exhalation, release even more. Observe the feel and flood of energy extending to all the muscles, nerves, and cells of the entire body. Allow your whole body to melt into the flood of energy that you feel in the body. And then perhaps allow the body to go limp like a rag doll, relaxing even more, releasing any holding anywhere. Now, as we bring attention back to the breath again, we're going to inhale by taking 3 deep breaths, and then we're going to take a gentle hold after each segment of the breath. So ready? Let's inhale together, hold the breath in, closing off the throat, and then whenever you feel prompted by the inner urging of the body, release the breath. Slow and steady. Breathe normally. Now for our second breath together, I invite you to inhale. Hold the breath in, closing off the throat, allowing tension to build, perhaps holding a little bit longer but without struggle. And then when prompted by the body, release it fully. Expelling with the breath whatever the body no longer needs. Feel deep-seated tensions leaving the body with the breath, and breathe normally. And finally, for the third breath, inhale now together. Hold the breath in, closing off the throat, holding a bit longer, but without strain. And then whenever prompted by the inner urgings of the body, release the breath, breathing it all out, letting it all go until there's nothing left, until you are completely empty, open. Breathe normally. Simply allow the breath to rise and fall in its own rhythm. Notice if the breath becomes progressively quieter and more still until it is almost impossible to detect. If you haven't already, I invite you to close your eyes and quiet your mind. Be still. Let go of all thoughts, worry, and tension. Give yourself fully to a higher power. Relax, trust, and let go. Breathe in fully and exhale with a deep sigh. And again, breathe in fully and exhale with an even deeper sigh, releasing even more. Feel a deep sense of contentment and peace in your heart. Now I invite you to bring an intention into your awareness in the form of words, images, or as a felt sense. If you are unclear about your intention, just see what appears in the field of your awareness, and then repeat your intention silently to yourself 3 times. Again, I invite you to direct your awareness to the rising and falling of the breath. Without effort, deepen the breath. Simply observe any areas where the breath may feel restricted or absent. Allow your attention to float to the place feeling most restricted or dense. It may even be a place where you feel physical pain or discomfort in the body. Fully observe the range of sensations. And then if you were to describe the sensations, what would you say? What does it feel like? Just be aware. Breathe into that place of sensation, using the breath to be with what is there, not trying to make it go away. Use the breath and hang out with the sensation. Breathe into it. Allow it to be as it is. Simply observe what you are aware of now. Truly feel the sensation. Notice if it has changed or moved, and if it has, stay with it, not trying to avoid any part of the experience. Allow it to be fully felt, as if to say, I'm willing to feel you. Acknowledge it and give it full permission to be. Experiencing without trying to change anything, it just is. Breathe with it, stay with it. Simply observe what you are aware of now. Create space for what is there. Don't resist what you may be feeling. Cultivate a sense of relaxation in the midst of all of it. Make no effort to control or manipulate. Be soft, spacious, and at ease. Continue to breathe with what is present. Make space for it all to be, as if to say, it's okay that you're here. Simply observe what you are aware of now. If the sensation has moved or changed, continue to follow it patiently and easefully, staying with the process. Stay present and be interested and curious about what you may be feeling. If you feel yourself moving into avoidance, breathe and come back to an openness to what you're feeling. Notice what happens in your body as you remain present, relaxed, and connected. Continue to use your breath and attention to be with it all, just as it is. And then simply observe what you are aware of now. Make space for it all to be. It just needs to be acknowledged. Remove yourself from any tendency to control or resist. Just allow it to be as it is without needing it to be different. I invite you to now direct your attention to the third eye, the point between the eyebrows. Drop below whatever is happening to a space of silence. Whether the sensation has shifted or not, allow integration to happen with where you are now. As we enter further into this practice, any releases, shifts, and changes that need to take place will happen spontaneously and effortlessly. Now, it is time for your body to rest deeply. Let go of any need to make anything happen. Feel yourself descending down into the stillness beneath the mind. All excess tension and holding carried out with each exhaling breath. Feel what is present without labels or comments. Feeling more, thinking less. Feel your outward attention moving inward. Release any struggle to make anything happen. Relax. Relax deeply. During the rest of this practice, resolve to remain awake, staying in touch with the sound of my voice. Allow your entire body to respond to my words directly and non-mentally. Allow any disturbances, external or internal, to draw you more deeply within. As you enter this subconscious energetic field, allow your mind to merge and melt into the energy body and go beyond the boundaries of body and mind. Now shift from thinking and doing to feeling and being. Do absolutely nothing from now on. Simply relax. Drop into the deepest state of tranquility, stillness, and peace in the third eye. Now your consciousness is in direct communion with your energy body. Now I invite you to follow my guidance as we focus again on the breath. Breathing in deeply, fill your lungs from the bottom to the top as if you were filling a water bottle. As you breathe out, empty your lungs from top to bottom. Allow the breath to be slow and steady. Observe the movement of the abdomen and chest. Stay connected to the wonderful feeling of the release of tension and the deep feeling of relaxation. Allow this feeling to extend to every part of your body. Let this entire process of breathing be the vehicle for deepening your relaxation. As you place your full attention on the breath, create no struggle around breathing. Use the breath to release any tensions. Slowly deepen your inhalations and exhalations. Allow the exhalation to be longer than the inhalation. Allow the flow of your breath to be steady and uniform as much as possible. As you breathe, you may want to direct your attention to the movement of the abdomen and chest on each inhalation and exhalation. With each breath out, release any tension held in the body and anticipation in the mind. With each breath in, fill every nerve and cell with pulsating, healing energy. Relax. Breathing out, let go of holding anywhere in the body, releasing even more. With the next breath in, visualize your body feeling renewed and revitalized with new life. Empty your body and mind and enter deeper levels of silence and stillness. Now, breathe normally and be still. Notice the pulsating energy field felt in the form of sensations in your body. Observe how your attention feeds the expansion of the pulsating energy field. Energy follows attention. Feel all the tension in your mind and tightness in your muscles melt away. Allow all tension to simply melt, drain away, and dissolve into the expanding field of energy. Direct your attention back to your eyebrow center and recognize your deep connection to the original source of life force, the life energy that sustains your life and is an extension of your soul. Drop into that silent space where all doing stops. Experience silence extending everywhere. Enter an effortless state of being. Now, once again, I invite you to direct your breath into awareness, specifically the breath as it's felt in the nostrils. Sense its movement and stillness, its coolness and warmth, or whatever else is present. Devote your attention to the range of sensations derived from the breath moving through the nostrils. With your next inhalation, allow attention to follow the flow of the breath into the nostrils, back into the sinus cavities, and down the back of the throat. From here, attention curls forward into the mouth to experience the roof of the mouth, the teeth, the gums, lips, feeling all the experiences as a loosely held field of energy, a nebulous cloud of ever-changing sensation. Exhale and allow attention to move forward and outside of the mouth as it broadens upward to include the upper lip, nose, cheeks. Allow attention to travel to the eyes, forehead, temples, feeling the sensations in the scalp and down the back of the head. Resting here, relax and feel the various sensations present in the head. Notice how this mini galaxy of sensations arises in an unbounded space, effortlessly present to all that is within it. Inhale, slowly and softly guide attention to the pit of the throat. Simply relax into the experience present at the pit of the throat. Allow attention to flow outward along the collarbones, to the shoulders, down along the arms, wrists, palms, and fingers. Simply remain relaxed and receptive to what is, whether that is something or nothing. Allow focus to broaden to include the torso, down into the bowl of the pelvis, behind the pubic bone in the front, to the sacrum in the back. Feeling the sensations and spaciousness present in the front of the hip creases, the buttocks, the groins, and everywhere in and around the pelvic girdle. Allow attention to fill the thighs, knees, shins, ankles, feet, the entire lower body, pelvis, legs, and feet, bathed in awareness. Now allow a blanket of attention to cover the feet, ankles, shins, thighs, hips, a blanket of attention covering the belly, chest, arms, and head. Breathe and experience the entirety of the body. Every sensation in every cell felt simultaneously and equally. Notice how this experience, the experience of the entire body, is happening in a vast, boundless field of evenly hovering awareness. Relax as that space, boundless and free. Just be. Feel yourself open and allowing, steady and centered. Rest back, empty like a blue sky. Pure capacity for experience to move through. Every cloud that comes eventually goes. As the sky, you may let it come and let it go. You know this place. It is the part of you that can never be diminished or destroyed. Pure, steady, timeless, like the sky itself. Rest here. Recognize whatever has happened in your life has already gone, already passed. You are here. Just be here in this moment. At this time, allow the wisdom of your body to release what it no longer needs. You no longer need to hold it anymore. Give it over to the sky to hold for you. Your life experience has the power to help you become who you were meant to be. You already have what you need. Allow this knowingness to permeate every part of the body, sending an ever-expanding sense of peace throughout. Give yourself the permission to enter into the deepest level of relaxation right now. Nothing to do or achieve. Dissolve and disappear into stillness. Open, empty of all doing, all past, all future. Merge into the space and be empty. Sensations, thoughts, images, floating by like clouds on a clear blue sky. Letting it all gather and dissipate, come and go. Be the space in which it is all happening. Here, your intentions and your affirmations are actualized and fulfilled with effortless ease. If you have an intention, I invite you to bring it into your awareness 3 times in the form of words, images, or as a felt sense. If you do not have an intention, just remain silent and allow Spirit who knows what is best to do it for you. Allow this intention to go to the deepest levels of recognition with no hesitation. Know that your higher self recognizes, honors, and accepts your intention. Have faith and trust that it has been heard and is being acted upon by a higher power of the source within you. There is no need for you to do anything about it. I invite you to bring your attention back to the center between the eyebrows and feel all the energies of all meridians activated, purified, and balanced. All channels are open and the life force is flowing freely, healing the body and calming the mind. Open your heart and feel content. Just experience the moment, here, now. Allow your entire self to respond spontaneously and effortlessly to what I next say. I allow that which is coming to come. I allow that which is going to go. I automatically attract the highest and best to myself. I go to the source that heals all conflicts and restores my health and peace of mind. I am surrounded by the protection of a higher power. Every cell in my body is filled with the radiant healing light from within. I allow my body to create a profound healing shift right now. At this time, feel the presence of any guides, mentors, teachers, or family members you feel connected to. You may sense this as universal force or energy surrounding you, guiding you. Know that this presence surrounds you always. You may draw on this presence at any time that you want or need to. If there's any guidance to be received at this time, either as a felt sense, words, or images, allow yourself to receive it now. Otherwise, simply rest back in the grace and protection of presence. Now, begin to become aware of the rising and falling of the breath. Slowly, feel yourself beginning to rise to the surface of awareness. Sense the body resting on whatever surface it's on, the quality of the air as it touches the skin. Gradually, but only if you feel ready, you may begin to move, keeping the eyes closed, as if you are waking from a restful sleep. If you're lying down, you may want to bend your knees, drawing them closer to your chest, perhaps rocking from side to side and gently settling on one side. Take your time. Do not hurry. If you're seated, you may want to wiggle your fingers and toes, maybe taking a full body stretch. Wherever you are, maintain a sense of safety, comfort, and protection. And then one more time, I invite you to bring your intention into your awareness, repeating it silently to yourself, just once, changing nothing. Know that every time you find yourself in reaction, you are empowered to replace it with intention. You may gradually begin to move. If you've been lying down, you may sit up, keeping the eyes closed. Continue to stay in this deep inner experience, regardless of what you consciously recognize that has or has not changed. Know that something deep within has shifted to connect you with your intention. Become aware of the body and bring a deep sense of peace and contentment with you as you bring attention back into the body. Notice how relaxed the body is, how soft the breath is, how silent the mind is, how quiet the heartbeat is. Be still and be grateful. Know that you may easily enter here again and again. You may now gradually open your eyes. Tonight's practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete, and I thank you for joining me this evening, and I hope to see you in the spring.